start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta.
And when you start with listing a guy's accomplishments like Matt Ryan's, all these years in the league, near the top of the league in completions and percentage, touchdowns each and every year, has won an MVP, taken his team to the Super Bowl. You're talking about a guy who might be finished, but he still has gas left in the tank. Big right arm, great leader, the face of his franchise.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Ryan. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
So on 4th down, Matt Hawk on to punt for Indy. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's taken to the 26. Gets past one man. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing, Jones. Flushed out right. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground. And
the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. No score after 1 on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff running through the middle. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Again, it's Barkley. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gano's kick is good, and the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope. The good things are in store here today for them.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Ryan. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Ryan eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now Ryan. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and they will take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dayo Odeyingbo. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Rodgers on the return. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife's. Apologies to Coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. 3rd quarter action ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line. They'll go to Barkley again. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. As this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch it. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Rodney McLeod up to make the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10, Ryan. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Up the middle with Barkley.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you get that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Barkley. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gano's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now Ryan and the Colts down 6-0, a minute 40 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Here's Ryan. That's complete to Pierce. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Throwing now is Ryan. Finding Pittman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Ryan to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. A third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. You can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3. They got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see